women and girls across Sierra Leone. Asma James Foundation, providing adolescent reproductive health education and services to girls in Sierra Leone.
No, this one is a special dedication to all the people of this nation. Real. All the lovers of radio democracy. All the lovers of radio land. The voice of the masses. Hear this. Come on. Come down, selector. Come down, selector. 98.1. The voice of the people. Radio democracy. Radio democracy. Radio democracy. For news, views, and entertainment. Radio democracy. Radio democracy.
Radio democracy. The true voice of the people.
For news, views, and entertainment, stay tuned to Society for Radio Democracy. 98.1. Simply the best.
From we New Englandville studios, good morning and welcome to the second edition of the program Good Morning Salon for this week, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Today, na Tuesday, August 20th, 2019. We will bring the program come to you this Tuesday morning. Mina Khadija Bangora.
And Mina Mabel Kaba, good morning. Inside this edition of the program Good Morning Salon, the head of Equity Investments na the project division at the National Social Security and Insurance Trust NASIT, Fatmata Hannah Mansari don testify at the Commission of Inquiry say na the first time Chief Administrator na the Freetown City Council, Abubakar Darami, been given instruction for pay over 2 billion loans to MK Dijaz Construction Company for build the Sewa Ground Market. The Public Relations Officer na the Salon Judiciary, Moses Lamin Kamara, don confirm to Radio Democracy say over the weekend if man dem be go inside Magistrate Sana Boni and Magistrate Isata Selu Toka den office. And as Radio Democracy continue for look inside the current economic situation at the country, today we can talk to Prince Jacob Macaulay, when an economist na the Trust Alliance, when a consultant firm we go talk about waiting it thinks say na the problem and safe suggest solution them for address the economic challenge na the country.
Well, this and plenty other story them, then at the program for you this Tuesday morning, plus the Salon Football Association say they don't set up emergency players status committee for look inside the Salon striker Musa Noah Kamara, where people can call Musa Tumbo, where report reached and say he don't left in 3-year contract where he signed with one Swedish football club and come back na Salon. And what about saved inside the program for you this morning. Members say they listen to we live on www.radiodemocracy.sl, courtesy of Osiwa and powered by AfriCell. The program na Good Morning Salon, you can same way so listen to we live now Facebook broadcast, and you will get the opportunity for drop your comments, they ask question on any of the issues them we can discuss inside the program this morning. Well, as you hear from one power headline story them, today Radio Democracy they continue for look at the current economic situation in the country. We don't talk to different people, them politicians, and safe today we come with experts when an economist for can tell Salon people what he thinks say na the problem to the economic situation of the country, and safe later in the program it go provide solutions to how governments go able for settle the economic situation. When at the studio this morning I want to welcome Prince Jacob Macaulay, when an economist at Trust Alliance Sierra Leone, when an economist firm, then they work on different things them as way for make survey, economic survey them on different area that we get for do with the economy. Good morning, Mr. Macaulay.
Yes, good morning, Khadija, and then good morning, Mabel. Good morning, family, where they listening to me.
All right, continue for the with you at the program. That now Prince Macaulay, in an economist, to the talk to us this morning at the program for tell we some part the problem the way things say the Salon economy again now.
The first issue we look at the program this morning are outside this BNTM. Some students where they attend the Jala University Bo campus, been get kuskas with police and soldier man them. Outside video where they go around show say police and soldier man them been beat some pan the students them. Where this make them be arrested 16 students them and later been free the balance, but 3 days na the Bow Magistrate Court number 1 they undergo trial for this incidents will be happening. And according to the communications officer for the Independent Police Complaints Board, Amadou Femosi say, he said the IPCB don't suspend the investigation on Jala University, Bow campus students and case force, so say the case come out na court. It talk more about this inside this interview with Kabia.
On the 7th of August, then this month, we received a complaint from Legal Link where they filing a complaint against the police officers in favor of the Jala student. We see and say now we responsibility for going to Jala University for go do preliminary investigation. When we officers reach, then go. They engage the ASP, when an assistant superintendent of police tell we waiting happen there. They say them we get intelligence, when information from people then for say some Jala student want for disrupt exams we start on the 5th. You know the exam on the 5th now be for final year student then on the 6th now be for year 1 to year 3. Some of the things they will talk about according to what we mandate get from Bo now that they focus on fees. They say the student will not pay them fee yet, they don't go to part of the examination. But they say these are some 12 we don't start from July 12 during the student union election when some people say whether we don't even suspend. So they say during the process, then some students begin sandstone by the police officers then, and the police officers themselves fire tear gas against the student then. And out of the whole exercise, they end up for arrest 16 students then. They out of the 16, then caution 13, and they end up for charge 3.
During this una finding, you don't talk about waiting the police tell una waiting, una go back and go ask the students them waiting at the inside, waiting at the cause of harm.
Well, basically we colleagues and go engage one Dr. Joseph B.A. Kande, who happened to be the public relations officer of Jala University. Instead say yes, now the university be call on the police for go provide security since they don't get wind. They already say the student again for go disrupt the examination exercise since they say they go stop the one we not pay enough for the part of the exercise. We not go further because the matter day na court. As I tell you no more. Tell you na court, we know the investigator.
Okay, we don't see different incidents that happen between the police and the public. And una na one but you don't the press release na they come in. So in doing that, na don't they give but recommendations them. So then recommendation and the police don't they take them.
We get 2 sets of recommendations where we normally can send, but it depends to the outcome of the investigation. We get first recommendation, they deal with criminal business. If we don't do an investigation, the outcome get criminal slant, we send them to the director or public prosecution for make a critically look at, we report, and then take the matter go court. Then we also get the other one where they talk about allegations of misconduct. If the outcome of investigation are misconduct, then we can send them to the Inspector General of Police for make it punish the police officers who are involved. We will not get any record now IPCBR for justify say the then DPP being take action on recommendations.
What do you think say now some of the delay them where they can delay for take some of their recommendation even though you say don't take some?
Well, it will be difficult for the IPCB say wait now the delays. The IPCB not get a mandate to enforce compliance, meaning for we able push the DPP for making implement a recommendation, or the IGP will not get that power for enforce compliance.
Okay, you say the matter in a court.
Yes.
At the end of an investigation, waiting go be on next.
We suspend the investigation matter for now. As I say earlier on, we get a provision at the regulation will say any matter where they under judicial proceeding, the IPCB not for investigator. Now where the matter don't conclude na court now, then the complainants they not satisfied with the outcome of the court's proceeding, then they can kind of complain to the IPCB. But again, that complaint we not go look at what happen at court. We will not look at the conduct of the police. We not get business with court.
Well, that's not the communications officer for the Independent Police Complaints Board, where na Amadou Femosi say. If they talk on that interview with Kabia about investigation where them they do, but the incident will be happen this BNTM to students them where then at the Jala University Bow campus.
We continue with the program Good Morning Salon, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Whereas you hear earlier and we headline them, today in the program we continue for look at the current situation of the country economy. As people will be done they listen to Radio Democracy this being we don't they look at different angle them we get for do with the status of the country economy. Well, today we decide for bring an economist where himself go can look at different angle them and analyze the economic situation in the country. One more time, I want to welcome Prince Jacob Macaulay, we na economist na Trust Alliance Salon, na economic firm where they do different survey them. We don't do different survey them, but the economy and other thing them we get for do with consultancy. Good morning, Mr. Macaulay, one more time.
Yeah, good morning, Khadija.
All right. I believe so. You still don't follow Radio Democracy for the past couple of days. We don't look at the current status of the country economy. We don't talk to different people. We don't can give their own view. You na independent person and na you area of experts. This. What in na your own opinion about the current status of the Salon economy?
Khadija, this we can't say an opinion. It's not an opinion. Opinion will be my own view. But then I think as a Sierra Leonean, we get to be honest to ourselves. And then we get to be honest. And then we get to look outside the problem starts. I want to make a recall in 2014, now this country, Sierra Leone be hit by 3 paralysis, where the Sierra Leone economy be hit by 3 paralysis. Between 2014 to early 2015. The first one will be it at iron ore become down. The price of iron ore become from right up to 120 become straight down to $40. Where Sierra Leone not been become anymore, not been be into the outside world, Salon not be a preference again. And then secondly again, with the struggle on that particular strand day in the country, and then in the same late 2014 again, the country economy again be hit by Ebola. We been get for say the economy will hit by 2 paralysis. And then when we go back into the London Stock Exchange, because by then we get African minerals onto the stock exchange, we dollar mind you say dollar within the 4 years now, dollar come up from 580 to 1 million now. So the country economy don't get a paralysis from 2014 to 2015. So and then there come ins. Are they on a record where I do a press release in 2018 January 2018 on January, where I say one of the major things where we get for try for see how best with the cure this paralysis of the country economy. But by then I recall say we need for make we restore because by then I was a consultant again for IMF, and then one of the things where I can always say I say we need for restore a financial dignity to Sierra Leone, and then we need for give donor confidence again, and then we need for make we get the foreign investors them where we they cry for say foreign investors them for come for make we give them confidence for make them able come again and invest. But then we always the cry for foreign investors. I wonder we look at this point. You get for if you not give confidence to the private sectors, the national investors them into the country, then you can't give any confidence to foreign investors. Now when the national investment in your country, the private sector in your country they go. Now you they give confidence to the foreign investors then for come because they always get a feasibility team where they come and watch. If nothing not good for the national, then as international where they come they no say nothing not the good. So but we get for looked at this thing. Let we be realistic a bit, Khadija. Let we looked at this paralysis where they eat the country. African minerals, if we come into it, there is a lot of falsifications of them feasibility studies the way they do tell you say you go get this, you go get dandy. And then we allow the government by them allow one man for run a show. We paralyze this country. Then Khadija get this, and this is a fact I'm telling you. By then when African minerals kick up, Salon don't come up to the London stock market. Then we day up there into the London Stock Exchange market. Then again, by then they try for bring come London mining again. But when the price go down,
not to today.
No, not to today. It don't start from 2014 to 2015, where the country hit by 3 paralysis. And then Khadija, when somebody take an example now, let me just break them down for me, mama for understand and me papa for understand. When somebody don't get, we don't say, hey, this person don't paralyze. And it don't get this paralysis. For Brian come up Khadija, now a one thing, you get for taken to physio, you get for taken to treatment, you get for fen order the massage jam. So you get for take a time. So like one of the thing where I get the last time where it been kinda as a politician. And then, so you can't hold him accountable for a political statement, because by then they were on the campaign trail, they were on this, he say, it will make the economy within the short possible time. No, economics not, one force, and economists never give you a time. The shortest possible time will give you very soon.
So, day, no work, as you don't say, from 2014, waiting be happen, now still hit the country.
Khadija, make me take you back to history, you understand me. In the early 80s, Salon produced the best framework document we would call the National Development Plan in the early 80s. But then it been just they again into the sub-Saharan Africa. But then the same document just sit down there as a framework. And then we know say they are not even implementing it or not use that particular roadmap. Okay, then we come again. Let's just look to this present government. This present government, the NDP plan, is an one way we say very aspirational, very good. You get me? So waiting we feel say then for do now. Where you develop where you make a development plan, the development plan get for be your roadmap. You get me? But then at this point in time, so we'll just wait and see waiting will happen, because all wait till we see they are implementing and not see say then they work towards this development plan.
Two things don't they happen na the country where many people don't they raise concern about. One, na the inflation, and two, na the increase on the exchange rates. Then two things there, now one way plenty people get concerned about.
Yeah, like I mentioned before, Khadija, say within 4 years, 6 months, from 580 to 1 million now. So we get for watch, when we do something, we get for watch who I start, and then we come watch out in the Andulam. So this government come, get no doubt, they inherit, but then will be no say them they outside. And when you get a good player, you put them outside for watch the situation. So we come, we see the implementation. The first thing where I be always disagree with them, they inject money into the system. Then as if like we are practicing